Yo, what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy, the Sinister Minister, Mr. J Sinister, coming at you with another video. And this is the second video that I'm doing before the release of WWE 2K25. Now, I'm going to try to change up the format a little bit. I am going to try to do this particular video without getting too upset, getting too animated, and most importantly, I'm gonna try to do it without cursing. Okay, here we go. I really wish people would stay in their lane. Just because you have prior experience with a certain aspect of the game, or a game, excuse me, that does not mean that that gives you any right or validity to formulate opinions based on speculation, hearsay, and prior knowledge or experience with something similar. Basically, what I'm saying is every NBA 2K player really needs to keep their mouth closed about WWE 2K. They really do. Y'all really do. Y'all need to keep y'all mouth closed. Because you haven't touched the island. God only knows the last time you played a wrestling game. But you haven't touched the island. Nobody has. Nobody has played the island. Ain't nobody dropping gameplay of it. Nothing. And because it has some similarities to NBA 2K's The Park or the City or whatever they call it, you think, the NBA 2K players I'm talking about, y'all think that y'all can make these videos based on your prior experience with the NBA game and say something about a wrestling game. Let me tell you something. And I'm gonna sound like a jerk for making everybody who is doing this sound very stupid. But there's a drastic difference. I don't know if you know this or not, but there's a drastic difference between basketball and wrestling. A drastic difference. Okay? There are some people out here who claim that, oh, the island is not going to work because wrestling games are not made to be played in a PvP setting. What? What? Okay. Anyway, there are some people out here on the NBA 2K side of things that are running their mouth about the servers. I get it. I'll be the first one to admit, I'm very skeptical about how the island is going to work with 50 created characters. And there have been some times and some reports that there can't even be a one-on-one match against two created characters, because these created characters, they have too much detail on them. They got logos that are plastered on themselves as used as tattoos. They got logos on their entrance gear. They created their entrance. And so the server has to do a lot of catching up, and they have to do a lot of it has to do a lot of running with created characters that are drastically modified. Whereas opposed to if you playing with the regular, the WWE roster, it's easier for you to go ahead and play those types of matches with the regular the regular wrestlers, the wrestlers that are on WWE's roster, as opposed to a bunch of created characters. The server got to work. The server seemed to have to work a little bit harder with a bunch of created characters in one space at one point in time. I don't believe that there are a lot of multi-man created character matches played on 2K's wrestling servers nowadays. Simply because, like I just said, it seems that the servers have to work a little bit harder to keep up with all these created characters in one confined space. But seriously, like, come on, man. Like, I understand that you can't please everybody. I get it. You know, I did hear Brian Williams say, I don't know if y'all checked the interviews, but I did him. He did I want to say within the last week, he's did multiple interviews with multiple different people, and multiple questions came up, and something came up about the island, and they said yes. He basically said that they are aware that their servers have not been the greatest, and they knew that the island was a massive undertaking, and that they knew that at the forefront of their mind, they knew that if they were going to implement the island to WWE 2K25, that their servers have to be on par. They have to be where they need to be in order to accommodate 50 created characters at one time. Now, we still need to see whether or not that holds true. We still need to get the island in our hands. We still need to play the island. But as I said, for everybody sitting up here running their mouth just because you played, you're a veteran. You're a veteran of NBA 2K, and you played the park, the city, whatever it is, and here comes what you believe to be a copy and paste version of that on the WWE side of things. That does not give you any validity to run your mouth about it. It doesn't give you any validity to run your mouth about it. Now, the microtransactions, yeah, I'm a little irritated because some of those My Faction cards shouldn't cost as much as they cost, especially if they're older cards in older packs. I feel like the price should drop down drastically. Same thing with a video game. Did the new wrestling game come out? The older wrestling game, I'm pretty sure a copy of 2K19 for the PS4. I'm pretty sure that game is like $20. So I feel like the older the pack, the more that the price of the cards in that pack need to be decreased. Especially if you're gonna go to the card market and purchase the cards out of that particular pack individually. They should be drastically decreased. Prime example, the Wolf Pack card pack for WWE 2K24. Yes, while it's a few months old, they still have a Royal Rumble card pack. They now have they now have a Superstar 2 card pack or whatever it is. They have a more recent pack for the game. So I feel like those NWO cards shouldn't cost as much. However, when I go to the card market, that Hulk Hogan cost 208,000 My Faction points. Why? It's a card that's in an older pack. It shouldn't cost that much. So there, I agree with you. But then you still have people on the NBA 2K side looking at. First of all, somebody said I saw a YouTube video. This guy said he was just basically going off of what Paul Heyman was saying in the video and how long the video was. He said the video was 48 seconds. Okay. That typically means that that's a teaser trailer. If a trailer drops for a game, it's a teaser trailer. If it has mere seconds on it, it's a teaser trailer. It has to have a multiple amount of minutes, like a minute or 2 minutes, to be considered a reveal trailer. I'm not necessarily even sure that the island trailer was even that short. But regardless, you're still going off of what you see. You're taking screenshots of the items that's in the items that's in the store, and they all cost $36,000. I'm pretty sure that those are nothing but placeholder prices, because there's no way that a arm sleeve costs $36,000. Matter of fact, virtual currency. There's no way. And then he goes on to say that the first created character that they show, the bald guy with the headphones on, the sunglasses, the black button down short sleeve, and the chain, it took him 5 minutes to go to WWE 2K24 and make that character within less than 5 minutes. Congratulations. You just made a character. Whoop-de-doo. Excuse me. He's complaining and seeing all these red flags in the trailer, talking about, everything. They're saying that if you unlock a created character part, or if you get some shoes, or you get a created character part from the island, that you'll be able to play with it in the rest of the game. That's great. Because then he also goes on to say that every created character part that's in the island is already in the base game. That's false, because I'm pretty sure that they're not going to advertise, if you unlock a pair of Jordans, if you unlock a pair of Nikes, if you unlock some ring attire for a certain for your created wrestlers, you're going to be able to use it. It's just like the Persona cards. If you unlock a Persona card, if I unlocked 2015 Seth Rollins, Shield Seth Rollins, if I unlocked him as a Persona card, regardless of what his gem rating was, if it was an amethyst, if it was purple, it doesn't matter if it's purple. I still have access to 2015 Seth Rollins throughout the rest of the game. So if I wanted to put 2015 Seth Rollins in my universe mode, I could do that. I'm pretty sure that that's the same route that they're taking with the items that are in the island. If you unlock it within the island, you can use it within the rest of the game for your for actual wrestlers like Roman Reigns, or if you want to use it for your created character. But he's sitting up here running his mouth yet again, talking about, why would I want to pay 12,000 VC for a Rhea Bloody Ripley shirt when I can just take a plain black t-shirt, go find the Rhea Bloody Ripley logo on Community Creations, and then slap it on there for free? If that's what you want to do, my dude, then go ahead. Congratulations. You made a Rhea Bloody Ripley shirt for free without actually having to play the island. It all boils down to this. And I'm pretty sure a lot of content creators and a lot of people have already said this, but I'm going to say it again as a diehard fan of wrestling. And I have nothing against basketball. Michael Jordan, as far as I'm concerned, is the greatest basketball player of all time. Period. I have nothing against basketball. I've even, dabbled in a NBA 2K. I played 2K23 for a little while, But I like wrestling. I love wrestling. Wrestling, that's my thing. But again, I digress. I'm finna say this. If you don't want to play the island, don't play it. It's not something that you got to pay extra for. It's something that comes with your copy of the game, regardless of what copy you get. So if you don't want to play the island because you feel like it's a cash grab, you see all these red flags, then don't touch it. It all basically boils down to that. Don't touch it, bro. Stop complaining about something that you don't have experience in. You ain't touched the island. You ain't played the island. All you doing is looking at a trailer and you're going off of hearsay. You're going off your past experience with NBA 2K The Park or whatever it's called. And you're like, oh, this is the wrestling version of NBA 2K's The City. So I already know what to expect. No, you don't. No, you don't. I'm gonna reiterate, I'm gonna say it again. Wrestling is drastically different from basketball. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to play the island, don't touch it. I'm the Sinister Minister, Mr. J Sinister. I'm out.